Rain made for a dreary start to our travels to the Great Northern Peninsula and Gros Morne National Park. That wasn't the only thing slowing us down. It is the season for road repairs, and north of Corner Brook there were several miles of a culvert replacement project. But the clouds cleared shortly after we entered the park. Gros Morne National Park preserves a unique geology throughout the park. We were headed to the south section of the park, where we would take a couple of hikes, learn more about the geology at the Discovery Center, and about the Micmac's use of native plants in a guided walk.
You get a very distinct leaf if you're in Canada. Maple. I mean it, boil them, mash them up, use them as a compress for arthritis, tendonitis, sprained ankles, anything with localized swelling, really helps a lot. The bark, so you can peel off the outside bark, scrape the inside bark. You boil it in water as a treatment for kids and animals with pinworm. If you boil it in vinegar, it gives rid of head lice.
With the weather having cleared and still plenty of daylight, after leaving the Discovery Center, we headed to the nearby Tablelands trailhead. This popular trail was relatively quiet so late in the day. So this is the Tablelands hike. We're walking on the mantle of the earth, which is unusual because it is not usually up on top. And apparently, if you wanted to get to the mantle anywhere else, you'd have to dig so deep. We don't have the technology yet to do it.
There's one other spot in the world. It's not in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, so for North America, this is very unique. We've left a wider trail and are walking more directly on the mantle and approaching, I think, the end of the trail as we're in the middle of these flat-topped tableland mountains. Well, I jumped the gun. We weren't at the end of the trail, but now we are. Surrounded by the brown rock that forms this unique landscape. And we have some, I think some weather coming, some rain coming as we turn around and make our way back. We spent a half hour on the phone with our friends at Twin Lakes State Park, so hopefully that doesn't cause us to get wet on the way back. It's been a beautiful day.
It's a lovely place, and I understand what the mantle is much better than I did before.
Looks like we didn't quite get ahead of the rain, but we're almost back. We would spend the next 2 nights by the water on the south arm of Bonny Bay, staying at appropriately named Water's Edge RV Park. As the temperatures were dipping into the low 40s, we took a service site for our second night for the first time in 6 nights. Our second day at South Gros Morne, we had a more ambitious hike in mind. The Green Gardens Trail would take 3 to 4 hours to complete. We packed plenty of water and snacks and headed out. But after about an hour, we were getting skeptical. The trail kept descending, and we were doing a mental calculation of how much effort it would be to climb back out. At that moment, we met some returning hikers who showed a chart of the elevation change throughout the hike. We weren't even halfway down. This wasn't our hike. We made our way back and felt we had made the best decision. Driving the rest of the road to the Trout River community, we stopped in for an ice cream and then headed back to the campground. This gave us a chance to hike up to the top of the nearby Red Chairs for a terrific view of the harbor. We would be moving on the next day. We were headed to the Viking Trail on the northernmost tip of the peninsula, hoping to see some icebergs and meet some Vikings.